Hello everyone, welcome back to another board game unboxing. Today in the mail I got Century Spice Road from Plan B Games. I played this at Nertacular. It's a really fun kind of resource management um, game where you are trading and collecting spices to purchase other cards and purchase cards that are worth points. It's very fast paced, and there's a little bit of strategy involved, and it's just a lot of fun, very easy to learn. I'm going to get this unboxed, and we're going to take a look at the contents. So I'm just going to grab my scissors here. Go. So there's cards, there's cubes, which represent the various spices that you'll be trading, and things like that. Now, let's take a quick look at the side here, and it is good for ages 8 and up, 2 to 5 players, and 30 to 45 minutes to play. I got all the shrink wrap off, so there's the game right there. So Century Spice Road. It plays very similarly to Splendor, which is one of my favorite games. So here's our contents. We have our instructions, and like Splendor, it's very simple. These are the entirety of the instructions is just front and back on this little sheet here. We have our four little cups or bowls. These are what we put our wood tokens into, our wooden cubes. There's four colors, so there's yellow, red, green, and brown. And we have these coins. So here's our cubes. So here's our yellow cubes. We then have our red cubes, our green cubes, and our brown cubes. Then we have our coins. So there are silver and gold coins, and these are worth bonus points. Silvers are worth 1, and golds are worth 3. And then we have our deck. This includes all of the location cards that you can buy, the caravan cards for each player, so each player gets a caravan card. You can hold 10 cubes on that. There's also the cards that'll let you draw, or not draw, but gain different cubes. And then here is the inside of the box. So we're going to get this camera flipped around, and we're going to open this up and take a look at what these cards are and how they operate. Again, this is a very simple game. Played it twice at Nertacular and really enjoyed it, so ordered it online. It was out of print for a couple weeks, I think. I think it was available at Origins, and it sold out. And this is the reprint. So got this from Cool Stuff, and we're gonna flip this around and take a look at these cards. We'll be right back with that. All right, and we are back. We're gonna take a look at some of the cards that come with Century Spice Road. So these 5 cards here are the caravan cards. Each player gets one of these, and if you look closely, you can see there's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 squares, so you can hold up to 10 cubes at any time. So each player gets one of these caravans. Total of 5 of them. Game goes up to 5 players. So we have the 5 caravan cards, and then there are 2 types of basic cards that every player gets in the beginning of the game. Each player will get one of these cards here, and what these do is you play this, play it down, and you get to take 2 yellow cubes from the bowl. You take those cubes, and that card stays out in front of you. The other card that every player gets at the beginning of the game is the upgrade card. So this card allows you to take 2 cubes of any color and upgrade them to the next color in line. You can also upgrade one and then change it to actually 2 steps. But wait, let's say I have 2 yellow cubes. I can play this upgrade card and turn 2 yellow cubes into 2 red cubes. You can turn 2 red cubes into 2 green cubes, or turn 2 green cubes into 2 brown cubes. I could also turn one yellow cube into a red, and then use that red and basically put that back and turn that to a green. So it allows you to upgrade up to 2 cubes. And each player will start their hand will be these two cards. So they'll have their upgrade card and the card that gives them 2 yellow cubes. Each player starts with that hand. Next up, we have our trade row cards, and these vary and do very different kinds of things. So this trade row card, for example, will let you turn 2 yellow cubes into 2 red cubes. So you buy this card from the trade row for either you can either get it for free. Let's say this is the layout. There's 5 cards out. First one in line is always free, so I can just take that and get that card for free. If I want this card, I need to place a cube here, here, and then I take this. Everything slides down 1. Then whoever takes the card that has cubes on it gets those cubes as well. But you use various, basically use cubes to purchase these cards. These cards go into your hand, and then throughout the game you can play them. So if I were to play this, it'll allow me to turn 3 yellow cubes into a red and a green. This allows me to turn 4 yellow cubes into a green and a brown. There are cubes or cards that'll just get you more cubes. Let me see if I can find one here. For example, right here, this one will allow you to take 4 yellow cubes. This one will allow you to take a green cube and a yellow cube. This one will allow you to take a brown cube. And so on. This one will allow you to upgrade 4 cubes. So there's a trade row of cards that's always going to be on the bottom. And again, there will be 5 cards in that row. And the first card in that row is always free. So let's say we have this. Let's just do a quick little demonstration here. 3, 4, 5. If I want that card, it's free. If I want this card, I need to place a cube on that card. A cube of any kind. So I can place a yellow cube there. I take this into my hand. This slides down 1, this slides down 1, this slides down 1, and then a new card is placed. And then whoever takes the, this is now, the one that I placed the cube on is still free, and whoever takes that next also gets that cube. Or whatever cubes are on it. The next type of card we have are victory cards. These give you various amounts of points, and you have to trade in cubes to get this. So this is worth 13 points, and you need to turn in 2 yellow cubes, 2 red cubes, and 2 green cubes. You turn those back into the bank, you get this card. This one is worth 15 points, and it costs 2 yellow, 2 red, 2 brown. There's some that are going to be a little bit easier to get, such as, let me see if I can find an easier one. So this one only requires 3 yellow and 2 red. This is also where the coins come into effect. So in each above the trade row, there's another row with these in it. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4. Slide down 1 more. 5. There will be there'll be coins on top of the first 2 cards in the row. So whoever buys this card gets a coin. Let's say you put a gold coin here and silver coins here. If I buy this card, I get 13 points plus whatever coin is on top of it, or one of those coins. If I buy this one, I get that card and whatever coin is on top of it. Same thing with the trade row. When these are purchased, everything slides down 1, like so, and another card is placed. The game ends when a player has a certain number of these, essentially these property cards or victory cards, and then after that you add up your score. So if let's say I had all of these, that would be 15, 13, 7, 9, 9. You would add that up, and that would be your score if you happen to have all those. And basically, you're just playing to have the most points. You're trying to create an economy or an engine with these cards to make it possible to purchase the best versions of these cards. So that one's only worth 7, but it's fairly easy. Excuse me, fairly easy to get. That one's 20, and it's pretty difficult to get because you need to have 5 brown, and brown is the most difficult cube to get because you need to either have cards that'll give you brown, or you have to upgrade into brown, or convert other cubes into brown cubes, and so on. That's basically all of the components. We're going to go ahead and grab the coins as well and the rest of the cubes. So again, let's take another look at the cubes. These are yellow. These are the easiest cubes to obtain. They are also the cheapest. So if you buy a property that has them, it's probably not going to be a very valuable property. Next up is red. So we have these red cubes. These are more valuable than the yellow ones. Then we have green. Greens are more valuable than reds. And finally, we have browns, which are more valuable than the greens. And then here are our coins. So these are silver coins. These are worth 1 point apiece. And these are our gold coins, which are worth 3 points apiece. And that's the basics of Century Spice Road. I'm probably going to set up a sample, like maybe like a solitaire game or something like that, in a future video, just to show how fast the game is. Because what you can do on your turn, there are, I believe, just a few things you can do. You can play a card from your hand and do whatever it says. So this one, if I played that, I get a green and a yellow. That's my turn. I can purchase a card from the trade row that we talked about earlier. That's an action. I can purchase one of the cards that gives you points. So if I trade in 2 red, a green, and a brown, I get that card. I get 12 points. If there's a coin on top of it, I get one of those coins as well. And the third thing you can do, let's say I've played all these and you're out of cards in your hand. The next action you can do is scoop your cards. Scoop your cards back to your hand, and then I can play that card and do that. Another turn, play this card, do that. Next card, play this, do this. Purchase something, return these to my hand, and you just keep doing that until the game ends. So that's going to do it for this video. Remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Take care.